welcome to the channel. So today there's some news about Avengers Doomsday that was reported on a little while ago. So Marvel has a lot riding on this new Avengers movie, and it's supposed to be finished next year, but it looks like they're having some issues behind the scenes. So the MCU has kind of been in a slump for the past few years, with a lot of creative decisions kind of dragging the whole universe down, and it looks like they are starting to recover, with pretty much only their heavy hitters like Spider-Man and Deadpool ranking in the big bucks like they used to, although it does look like things are starting to turn around a little bit with Fantastic Four. So now Avengers Doomsday is going to be bringing in characters from like the Fox universe of X-Men, since a while ago Disney acquired the rights to Fox properties. So now the news is that Rebecca Romijn is going to be reprising her role as Mystique, which is admittedly pretty cool. However, the MCU is kind of known for rewrites and reshoots, and it looks like that's happening here too, with Rebecca Romijn admitting that she's not sure if she's actually done with her filming of Avengers Doomsday scenes, because apparently they haven't finished writing the script yet, which is usually not a good sign. The movie's supposed to be out next year, but they're not even done writing it? They might have to end up calling the actors back to refilm scenes or film new scenes, plus all the uncertainty could end up hurting the film overall. So let's get into the article and see exactly what's going on. Rebecca Romijn is sharing an update on her return as Mystique in the highly anticipated Avengers Doomsday. At the Hollywood Reporter's San Diego Comic-Con suite, the Star Trek Strange New World star admitted that she wasn't sure if she's finished filming for the forthcoming Marvel film because the script isn't fully complete. "I'm not quite sure," she said when asked if she was done shooting her scenes. "The script they haven't finished writing it. It's been very fun, and we don't know yet. They keep everything very close to the vest themselves in an effort to keep everything under wraps." So I do think that that last part is fair. You know, they want to try to avoid spoilers and things leaking to the press, and that's all understandable, and it's nice to know that she's having fun with the project, but I do think it's important for the quality of the movie to have a script be finished before they actually start the production. Like, for example, the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie was pretty outlandish, and a lot of that film's problems was because the script wasn't finished. But the article goes on to say, Romijn kept her lips sealed when asked if she's read the entire script, noting, "I cannot confirm nor deny that I have read the entire script." She also admitted she can't say who she's filmed scenes alongside, but it was a surreal experience, shooting with some of her original X-Men co-stars with a new blended cast. Admittedly, I am excited to see what they do with it. I'm assuming they're going to bring back Monica Rambeau, who got stuck in the Fox universe at the end of the Marvels. Not that anyone saw the Marvels, but still. And they're probably going to include the cast of the Thunderbolts too, but we'll see when it comes out. It was very surreal to be with my old cast as well as a new cast. I had crazy dreams while I was there for a large chunk of shooting, like really kind of regressive dreams, she shared. It was very strange. My brain was really trying to organize. Like, wow, this is a character I played 25 years ago, 20 years ago. Yeah, it was very surreal. I'm sure it is surreal to be back in that saddle again, especially after so many decades, especially after so many years. And I really hope that this movie turns out good. Hopefully they'll be able to get the script down. But it moves on to the actress also shared what it was like revisiting the role of Mystique after nearly 20 years since she last portrayed the character in 2006's X-Men The Last Stand. Romijn made a brief cameo in 2011's X-Men First Class. So basically building off what she was talking about earlier, how it's been 2 decades since she was in this role. She then comments on the character saying, "Oh, I know her very well. I went back in with the full ownership of her. It was very nice to go back and play that character, cause I had imposter syndrome from the very beginning," she said. "I thought maybe at the very beginning I was just cast because I happened to be the model who was available to play Mystique at the moment. I mean, I auditioned and I got the role, because when you're very young, you're like, do I deserve to be here? And I did not have that going back this time. It was a very different experience." I think imposter syndrome is something that a lot of people struggle with, including professionals, and I think it's really brave of her to talk about that, and I'm glad she likes this role so much. I guess something I would like to see in an Avengers movie are Mystique's more iconic looks from the comics. I know in the movies they had this whole, oh, she's a chameleon thing going on, but she has some really cool outfits from the comics, and it would be really awesome to see that translated into the big screen. So that's something I hope they add. Anyway, the article finishes up with Marvel revealed the Avengers Doomsday cast in late March, which notably includes a string of actors from 20th Century Fox's X-Men universe. So I'm assuming Avengers Doomsday is probably going to be setting up the X-Men now in the MCU, considering the fact that there isn't another movie between what just premiered with Fantastic Four and now Doomsday. Maybe it would have been nice to get a setup movie, but I understand why they're skipping it too. I guess we'll just have to see how it goes. Joining Romijn from the inaugural 2000 film include Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Ian McKellen as Magneto, and James Marsden as Cyclops. The Traitors host Alan Cumming also returns as Nightcrawler, whom he played in X2 X-Men United, and Kelsey Grammer as Beast from X-Men The Last Stand. It is super cool and exciting to hear those names again, and I'm admittedly pretty hyped to see what they do with it. So the movie is definitely doing what it's supposed to do, get you hyped for the next installment. The problem is that I just don't really trust their track record, so I'm definitely crossing my fingers and hoping it turns out okay. But I'm also a little concerned that they're doing too much with one movie. Who knows, maybe they'll drag it out for 3 hours. I just hope everything has enough time to breathe, but I mostly doubt it. I think that Marvel has a lot riding on Avengers Doomsday to the point where they probably think that this movie is going to course correct for them entirely, and I'm not sure if it's possible to put all of that on one movie. I mean, even with Marvel's recent critical successes and financial successes like Thunderbolts or Fantastic Four, it's still been a mess, and they need to focus on getting things in order behind the scenes. And I'm not sure if they've been able to do that yet, considering the fact that the script isn't done, but they're already going ahead with filming. A major problem the MCU had was getting way too far ahead of themselves. And how is this going to affect future projects down the line? It seems like they're still flying by the seat of their pants, and they don't necessarily have solid long-term plans outside of just the next big movie, which is going to be Avengers Secret Wars. I don't even see how that's possible if Doomsday isn't finished scripting. To me, I feel like this just shows that they're still out of touch with their own fans and the general movie-going audience. Going to the movies can be pretty expensive, and people need to know that it's going to be a worthwhile experience to really get out there, otherwise they can just wait for it all to come out on streaming. And if there's going to be these problems behind the scenes, it might not work out for them. And in my opinion, that's pretty sad to see. I do hope the MCU can finally course correct, but I really wish they would give us more hope than this. And if they can't, I don't think they have anyone to blame but themselves. But that's my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you think Avengers Doomsday can pull through? Or do you think it's going to fall into the same trappings that other MCU films have gone into? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Before I go, I want to give a shout out to our members: Tyrant Carnivore, Shiny Orc Boy, Depth Charge Media, Samaru163, Gabby Hime, Verdant Range, JVR, Equestron, Norman Sweet Cream, Way Beyond Coincidence, Hunter Rose, 80s Nostalgia Guy, Felix Bam, Lucas Geist, J Draws, Meowsers, Sky, Philip, Isaac Martinez, Garcia XV Legend, Tobias Weller, Bandito Bane, Mac B909, Dakari the Professor, Todd McCaffrey, Omni Fair, Cavalcoj, Strider Exile, Phil C, Killer Bomb, Slawa Saporiguez, Entwined Boot 301, Griffin of Might, Frankie Camarillo, Datadyne Executive, Crimson Phantom, Jin the Goblin, Papa Hud 69, The Gengar King, Daunter, G-Rock, and Chaos Jumper. Thank you for the support, and if you want to become a member, you can hit the join button next to the subscribe button. We also have Buy Me Coffee if you want to support us that way. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and that part's free. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.